Hi friends, it's Miss Tracy from Smith County Public Library, and today we're going to read about Julia's Home for Lost Creatures by Ben Hatke, and he writes wonderful stuff and his pictures are beautiful. I think you're going to like this book. So we need to ring our bell, which is over here on the castle, along with our crafts for the week. So this is our preschool craft. If you haven't got one, call us. And then this mythical creature here is our Loch Ness Monster, and that's for the grade school kids. So, and here's our bell. Let's ring it. Gather around for story time. Okay, ready? Put your hands like this, and you flip them forward like so. And you open and close them like a book. Read, read, read a book. Travel anywhere. Worldwide, you decide. A book can take you there. All right. Now, today it's taking us to Julia's Home for Lost Creatures. First of all, it's on a turtle's back, so you know this is going to be a good story. I love it. She's at the helm and the turtle is walking. Okay. Julia's house came to town, and look, the turtle just sits down, and that's how it came to town. And she goes down, she puts some steps, goes down the steps, puts out her mailbox. Julia's house came to town and settled by the sea. Her mailbox just says Julia. That evening, there was a warm fire and toast and tea. Doesn't that look so cozy? I would love to have a house you could pick up and move wherever. And all the house was quiet. Too quiet. Look at her face. She's frustrated by the quiet. So Julia ran to her workshop. She got out her tools and got out her paints and went to work. She made a sign. She hung it up outside the front door. It said, Julia's House for Lost Creatures. And then she waited. She didn't have to wait long. There's a scratch, scratch at the door. And she's so excited, she runs to the door. The sign worked. Patched Up Kitty came and stayed. It was nice to have a friend, even if he wasn't like the other kitties. Look at Patched Up Kitty climbing up the wall. Before long, there was another knock at the door. It went boom, boom, boom. I think it's something bigger than a kitty. What do you think it's gonna be? Let's find out. It was a very sad troll. Aww. The city had torn down his bridge, and he asked if he could please stay, just until he could get back on his feet. And look behind him, he's bringing like a crow and a frog and various leaf litter. Julia had just settled the troll into her best chair when there was another knock. There were also scrapes, scratches, whines, bangs, barks, and bellows. Oh my goodness. Anything could be behind this door. And look what there is behind that door. It looks like all kinds of wild creatures there. Soon, Julia's house was filling up with lost and homeless creatures of every description. I think there also could be a Loch Ness Monster there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. They asked for towels and soap. That's the mermaid. She's going to hang out in the bathtub. And tea and toast. Look at that big pile of toast she's carrying. The fairies are picking that off. They had ideas of their own. They spilled things and they didn't clean up. And then the troll found Julia's old record player. Oh my. Hey Polly, here's one of my lost creatures. She makes some messes, but not like this. Not like the mess they're making in Julia's house. So things are getting pretty wild because the record player, don't drink from that water. She's drinking from the Loch Ness Monster's little floating bowl. Get out the way. Oh, okay, seriously, get out. Come on, go. I know, you should go. I'm telling you to leave. Go. No. They don't listen to me, but hopefully they're going to listen to Julia. Stop, shouted Julia. Everybody stop. The creatures stopped what they were doing and stood shuffling their guilty feet. Julia ran to her workshop and closed the door. Do not disturb, the sign says. She stayed in there for a long time. When she finally came out, she had a new sign. It's Julia's chore chart. Now everybody had a job. And it looks like the Loch Ness Monster is in charge of kitchen, toast, tea, jam, and the mermaid is in charge of dishes, which makes sense. The ghost is in charge of dusting. It's pretty great. And it goes on and on. The dragon made, oh, he's a dragon. I thought he was Loch Ness Monster. The dragon made toast, and the mermaid washed the dishes. The Folletti tended the fire. I don't even know what that is. And the goblins mopped up. The ghost was in charge of dusting, and the troll picked out the music. So now they're working together as a family. Everyone gets along better that way. Also, I want you to notice on top of the troll's head, looks like a duck, and some other little bird have fallen in love. I love Ben Hatkey's illustrations. There's so much detail. At last, there was a warm fire and tea and toast for everyone, and the house was quiet again. Except, what is it? Whoosh, drip, 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 creak. Now the house is making noises on its own. Let's see what's going to happen next. It's keeping her awake. Julia got out of bed and made one more sign. She put it up outside the door, and then she waited. Tap, 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 tap. We don't know what the sign says or who's going to be at the door. It's a good book. You just can't wait to see what's going to happen next. She didn't have to wait for long. The sign says, help wanted. Repairs, odd jobs, plumbing. And look who shows up. A Help It robot filled with pockets full of lots of little helper robots. I wish they'd come to my house. So I better hang that sign up outside because I would love to have these robots here. Isn't that great? And so there's Julia, happily sleeping with all her friends by the fire. The only friend I'm worried about maybe is the turtle they're all sitting on. I'm not sure he likes that. But the very last scene is him just watching the moon. Hopefully he's content with the whole world going on top of him. Anyway, that is the book for this Wednesday. And we got to have Polly appearance, which is pretty rare at the table. And there's crafts and there's fun stuff at the library, even though we're closed. And I hope you're having fun, even though a lot of other fun things are shut down too. And I hope I'll see you soon. Bye.